Yo, what is up guys? Come back at you with another video, and today we're going to be checking out the top 10 terrifying fish discovered. We should have gone back. I have to totally admit this. Fish sometimes look like creepy little aliens, in my opinion. Just saying. I mean, just saying. Without further ado, let's get into it, shall we?
Amazing top 10. Here are the top 10 terrifying fishing discoveries we should have thrown back, aka left alone. I'm never swimming again. Let's do this. Number 10, the Wolverine fish. Hugh Jackman, if you're watching this, I love you. Also, this one's for you, pal. Let's do it. This year alone, there have been over 200 discoveries of freshwater fish. 200 more reasons why I'm not swimming in freshwater. Here we go. One of which is the X-Men inspired fish, the Hoplioncistrus wolverine. Yeah, these fish have strong lateral curved spikes called odontodes tucked under their gills, and they can extend and jab their prey with these prongs, these 3 prongs, hence the name Wolverine fish. It's kind of cute. I don't know. I like the claws, which is terrifying for sure, but they're tiny claws, right? Just swimming around, Julius Caesaring people in the water. Number 9, the frilled shark. Okay, back in 2004, marine biologists discovered this.
Yo, come on. What the heck is that?
Dinosaur, I guess, the frilled shark. Let's talk about him. Lurking about 870 meters below the surface. This guy looks like an eel at first, you know, and then you get closer and it's not. It's even scarier. Frilled sharks can grow up to 7 feet long, which is like, you know, a foot taller than this lanky shark here. And they can fight like Daredevil. They can hunt in complete darkness. They don't need to see anything to mess you up. Unless you're skinny dipping, you don't need to worry about the frilled shark. He's not really buzzing around anywhere, thankfully. Frilled sharks are only found a mile below the surface. Have you ever dealt with one of these? Are you a diver? Have you seen a shark in person? I saw a shark.
Look how many like sharp fins it has. Not fins, but like sharp teeth. Oh, that's so
once, but it was a nurse shark. Also, it was one of those like aquarium things where like you can like go in. I don't know. I was terrified. Number 8, the walking worm. Nice. I had the same nickname in high school. Let's talk about him. Meet the Hallucigenia fortis, named by Simon Conway Morris in 1979. Now, Conway Morris named it Hallucigenia fortis because of its bizarre and dreamlike quality. Isn't that dreamlike?
Is that what it looks like?
Nice and lovely? No, it's more bizarre. There were over 109 specimens of these strange aquatic creatures found, and they range in size from ½ centimeter to 3 centimeters long. Not too large, but
is that what they speculate that it looks like? Because it looks like they only found like fossils or something like that. What the heck is it?
still terrifying nonetheless. And since it was an invertebrate, it lacked a spine. Also, just like me, I'm like Gumby, you know, with this, I don't know what this is. Oh, hear that crack? Defining features of the walking worm, as its name suggests, were these tentacles that protruded out from the body, which it would use to walk around. It had spikes that it maybe walked on. How terrifying is that? In 2015, scientists realized where its real head was. Yeah, we thought a fossilized stain was its head for like 35 years, and then in 2015, we found its real head. And it looks like it's grinning, and it has 2 eyes, so dare I say worse than the stain observation.
Creepy.
Number 7, the ruling squid. For ages now, sailors from Norway and Greenland have shared tales of a giant sea monster.
Squids
now,
are kind
with
of creepy
tentacles
too.
big enough to pluck you out of your boat. Doesn't this sound a little familiar? In 1857, Danish naturalist Johannes...
They might talk about it, but didn't they find something like this? Like a giant squid in the ocean or something like that? I think they did.
Squidbeak, and soon after he was sent parts of another specimen from the Bahamas. So he got all these gross fishy parts, just a nice stinky table of work, and then he thought to himself, could this be the Kraken? These parts were a part of a species called a giant squid. It's called Architeuthis dux, yeah, which translates to ruling squid in Latin.
So they are real things.
The ruling squid. Okay, you got it. You rule the ocean, therefore I'm not going in it. Very little is known about giant ruling squid, of course, because they're so hard to track down, but we did get a photo of one back in 2005 and a video of one in 2013. Both are equally as terrifying. Check them out. Eyewitness reports from sailors also describe a 60-foot squid, so those reports don't sound as crazy after you see this, right? That's also totally...
Look how huge that sucker looks. Oh, that's so creepy.
an alien, like 1000%. We can just nip that in the bud. Number 6, magnificent alien. While the rest of the world was in panic mode, a new sea sponge was discovered in 2020. How fun and cute is that? Again, we're gonna poke around and touch him, and then it's gonna go extinct, so enjoy him while it lasts. He was named Adviena magnifica, which translates to magnificent alien. The sponge literally gets its name because it looks like ET. How amazing is that? And to be fair, it does look like ET. An ROV found this sample over 6,000 feet deep in the...
I want to say ET. It kind of reminds me of like a nostril, you know? Like a pig nostril. I don't know about E.T.
Pacific Ocean. They found it in what they call a forest of weird, which is an excellent nickname given what has emerged from it. Just an alien sponge sticking their ET head out for some food. That's all we're looking at here. Christiana Costello Branco, the researcher who found this deep sea squishy, explains the discovery in an NOAA interview, saying that as all of these organisms are intricately connected, by documenting and describing marine biodiversity, we are building a better understanding of life and the impact of humans on Earth. In this case, in the ocean.
It also looks like it's made out of
This sounds like some Martian type stuff. I don't know how I feel about that. It's like, hey,
what do you call it?
We have no idea what's down below.
Candy.
Shall we continue searching? I'm like, no, we shouldn't. We should stop searching. This little guy is the key to humanity's survival. I feel it. I don't know. He's calling me. Number 5, the rare whalefish. Located in California's Monterey Bay, scientists were able to get a close look at the fish with no eye.
I'm gonna show it on YouTube, but I don't know if I should be showing it on YouTube.
Yes. Yeah, so we probably had no idea
I'll leave it
that
at
this
that.
was happening. Everyone's like, shh. Also, it's pretty unfair just to film him without his consent. He has no idea. This little guy relies on his other senses to hunt, obviously, and pick up its surroundings.
It looks like it should like breathe fire
deep, so the lack of light just decided that the whalefish doesn't need eyes. Yeah, nature and history was like, you know what? Well, you don't need them, so we're just gonna take them back. It's like, what? Give them the choice, just in case. Let them look at a movie or a cool coral. It's great to get footage of them because whalefish are rarely recorded in the deep, let alone recorded alive. Number 4, the smooth-hand fish. Not to be confused with Cool Hand Luke, although that's also a pretty good time. The smooth-hand fish was the first time in modern history where a marine-type fish...
What is that? Bro, that's an alien right there. That thing
has gone extinct. Yeah, this fish was a shallow water bottom dweller, and I personally love him because he looks like a Bowser minion, except I don't want to stomp on his head like Mario does, you know? I just want to keep him. He looks like he's in a bad mood all the time. I don't know, he looks like something's on his mind. He has a horn that protrudes out of his face, so I don't blame him, to be honest. Just 200 years ago, you would have seen these smooth dudes in the land down under in Australia. It lived in Tasmania's warm waters, and what made this fish so unique, as its name hints towards, is its little smooth hands. The smooth-hand fish would seemingly walk with those hands along the ocean floor, using its fins as hands. So an angry-looking fish with hands and a horn would walk towards you. Hard pass, never swimming again. Graham Edgar, marine ecologist at the University of Tasmania, sheds some light on its habits, explaining that these fish were homebodies. They didn't have a large habitat. They spent most of their time sitting in the seabed with an occasional flap just for a few meters if they're disturbed. And at that point, they would just walk away with their hands from the drama, but because humans got involved, we don't see these guys as much anymore. Number 3, Chinese paddlefish. The Chinese paddlefish was one of the largest primary freshwater fish in the world, commonly measuring around 3 meters or, 10 feet long. These fish were native to the Yangtze and Yellow River basins in China. It was one of just 2 of the paddlefish family. Now, since the 1990s, this fish has been listed on the critically endangered list, with the 2 main culprits, of course, being us humans overfishing and habitat fragmentation. Now, unfortunately, in December 2019, because of several surveys that failed to locate any presence of these species, it has since been declared extinct. Yeah, there's a little bit of hope that'll leave, but so far we can't find any of these. I hope somewhere there's a colony of these little paddlefish hiding somewhere and we just can't find them, Keep hiding. Don't let us find you. We'll just fuck it up again. Don't let us reel you in or catch you. Sadly, it's believed that this fish went extinct somewhere between 2005 and 2010, but he's pretty cool looking, so
I don't feel bad
Number
for
2,
the fish.
the snapping shrimp. Okay, this is terrifying. These things are tiny and never again. This little guy can literally create a sonic boom as it attacks you. That's how fast it is underwater. You will not see it coming.
Why is it one arm so huge?
Here's a clip of a mantis shrimp punching through a diver's swimming gear. Yeah, right through their water shoes. Just like that, easy.
Ow, that really hurt.
Isn't that insane? They're often found in coral
I
reefs,
didn't
oyster
see
reefs,
it.
and these little guys, these pistol shrimp, they hit their prey at 100 kilometers an hour. And in doing so, a large air bubble is created. And because this Mike Tyson shrimp is so quick with the jab, the following pop
That's
is
just
around
weird.
200
I'm
decibels.
sorry.
So the
It's
sound
just
alone from the
weird.
attack stuns their prey. Or if they're lucky, it'll
Like,
sometimes
I
just kill them,
understand
which
that
is honestly
the
how
light
I
doesn't
want to
get
go.
to
I wanna
them,
get
and that's
punched by
why
one
they
of these
look like
things.
that,
Imagine one of
but-
these the same size as you. That's literally Mike Tyson. Actually, now
It's
that I
kinda
think about it.
creepy.
And finally, number 1, the electric eel. Great song, not a great animal. You don't want to poke around these guys.
Electric eels are so creepy. What are you doing?
Awesome, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. Let's talk about them. The moray eel. First of all, don't do that. Don't go up to a random eel and start rubbing it like it's a genie lamp. That's not ideal. That was the moray eel. That one can bite your fingers off. But you should never touch an eel in the first place because a lot of them, and I mean a lot of them, are electric. Yeah, as its name suggests, these type of eels can mess you up even if you were to get the first hit. Even if you
So
bopped it
creepy.
yourself. Specifically, the newly discovered 2.5 meter Electrophorus volti, appropriately named after Alessandro Volta, aka the guy who invented the battery. Yeah, it's named after the guy who invented the battery. This is an animal swimming around underneath us. It can release a shock of up to 860 volts. That's more than 7 times the voltage of a wall plug. Things powering all of these units. A
That's
swimming
insane.
wall plug that gets hungry. Sick. We love nature. Isn't nature lovely? Awesome. Those are the top 10 terrifying fishing.
Okay guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and catch you guys later.